Hello, you're most welcome to episode 3 of Life Tales. Today we shall be looking at one of our favorite DJs in Kampala. Life Tales is a platform that looks to inspire you using somebody else's life story, somebody that has an impact in society, somebody that you might find influential. We look to inspire you by them telling us their challenges in life, their opportunities, things they've been through, where they're at right now, and their future dreams. We hope that you shall be inspired as we move along, and don't give up on your dreams because they are valid. Hello, David. We're so honored for you to give us your time. We're so happy to have you here today. And so, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I'm great.
Yeah, thank you for the impact that you're creating on us as Kampala people. Okay, generally, so many people's lives. I'm sure that there's so many people that look up to you. Not only as a DJ but as a person, and so we can dive right into it by you starting to tell us what exactly you do. Define it for us. Yes, we know you're a DJ, but tell us more about it.
Well, yes, I'm a DJ. I love to make people dance. I believe I'm one of the top DJs in Kampala.
That's not a lie.
Yeah, so I'm pretty wanted around town, even in this period, which is really tough. But then I'm finding my way to find jobs, and yeah, that's what I do. I DJ. I make people dance.
Okay, so I believe that every cloud has a silver lining. So, tell us about aside DJing, what else do you do with your time? What are your pastimes? How do you spend your time outside work?
Well, I studied IT in school.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of interest in computer, like everything computer related.
Oh.
So that also deals with like gaming. I'm a serious gamer.
Ah, okay.
I also play with website design and stuff like that in my free time. I've had more free time now since the pandemic began.
Yeah.
And I love music, movies. I've been doing a lot of that.
So do you actually do that commercially as well? I mean, gaming and the website design?
Gaming, unfortunately in Uganda the internet is not the best,
Yeah.
so you can't really go professional. Yeah, and the internet is not as reliable as it should be, so.
Yeah. But do you think that you'd actually do that commercially given that chance?
Yeah, definitely. I believe I'm very good, but everyone does, so I don't know.
Everyone does. All right. So tell us about where you're at right now as regards your career. Like, what's going on right now?
Pause.
Pause?
I believe it's on pause. Unfortunately, the busiest I've ever been is right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
That's, I think I've been at my peak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every week I'm doing four jobs at least.
Yeah.
And now it's one wedding in like 2 weeks, and it's just
Yeah.
it's not because even I have like contracts pending because of this whole situation. So
Oh, okay. So that must be tough.
yeah,
And
it
how
is.
have you been handling that? Like, mentally, what's it been like? Because I know, yes, people might ask, oh, how are you doing? Oh, I'm fine, COVID, yeah. But how have you been handling that? How do you keep yourself aloof?
I try to keep positive, you know. I just believe and trust in God that this whole thing will blow over.
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to take time, maybe even next year. I'm not sure about it, but I believe that it will
So blow over.
blow over. Yeah.
So what makes you so positive? Because I realize you always have a positive attitude towards so many things. Where does that come from? Where does that scheme up from in you?
I'm a happy guy generally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know this.
I mean, you're
You
always
see me,
laughing.
I'm
Yeah,
always
yeah,
smiling, I'm
you're
always
smiling.
laughing. So that just keeps the same on the inside.
Yeah.
It's not like you know how people say people who smile a lot are like covering something up or something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Not anything like that. I'm just a happy person.
Okay,
Yeah.
and we see that you look very well taken care of. How do you maintain that? How do you maintain your physical well-being? Do you have any things that you do? Any routines?
Well,
Not
I
just
think
workout, but like generally.
I walk a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, around Muyanga, I walk a lot.
Okay.
Once in a while I play ball, but it's been a while because the place where I play was closed. So, not much. Maybe I'm eating better than
Than you
usual.
used to.
I don't know, yeah.
Maybe getting more sleep.
Yeah, that as well. Definitely.
Yeah. No, but okay. We're talking about sleep though. How do you handle it? Because you're working you used to work most nights, and we believe that you'll be working most nights again. So how do you handle your sleep routine or your general day routine?
I believe that I've been a very flexible person in terms of my sleeping.
Yeah.
Because I can just decide one week, like, okay, I need to be up early on a Monday.
Yeah.
So Friday, I'll start forcing myself to sleep early. And it happens because I'm an easy sleeper.
Ah, okay.
All I need is just some soft music in the background or a boring series on the telly, and then I just black out.
That's good.
Yeah, so I keep switching my patterns. Like right now, because I had to wake up early for this, I slept early last night, and yeah, I'm good now.
Ah, okay, that's great stuff.
Yeah.
And tell us about, well, commercially, what's DJing like? Like, does it pay well for somebody out there that might want to venture into it? Tell us about the actual dynamics of the business. How do you handle your brand management as well?
DJing it depends on your status as a DJ, honestly, because you can enter the industry thinking, I'm a great DJ, and you're actually a great DJ, but then your social is lacking, or people just don't relate with your music and stuff like that. So it's and also you can be lucky and just blow up. What? Anyway, yeah. So I was lucky that I played at Panamera when it was starting up, and that was like where my people were, and they started blowing me up.
Yeah.
And so it just kept growing and growing, and it became this whole big thing, Cas Army, and it's just yeah, you're part of the Cas Army.
Yeah.
So it depends on your status as a DJ. Personally, I think I'm a bit high up there. So before the pandemic, I was doing very well.
Oh, okay.
Very, very well.
Yeah.
Right now, less, of course, but then last times. What was the second question that followed after that?
Brand management.
Yeah, brand management. Oh, yes. I've had a few people on my team that have helped me push to the direction I went. It could be just friends whispering to me, or people who have actually worked for me. Yeah. Right now I have a team. I have 3 guys that tell me how I should be doing things and manage my social. So I have a team behind me.
Ah, okay. So it's not a solitary walk or something like that.
No.
Yeah, you do have people that actually help you.
Yeah.
And I think that given the industry that you're in, okay, generally in life you can't really be an island. So that actually helps. So is it like a company, or are they just people that you work with, that just work with you day to day?
That was the plan, to make it an actual company, but then you know,
COVID happened?
COVID.
Okay, we'll take a break and we'll be back for session 2. Where were we, Kasami? You know, most people call you Kasbaby, they don't know your real name. What's your real name? What's your real name?
David Kasami, Junior.
Junior, yeah. And from that, you're actually named after your dad, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so how would it be in the house? Like, they would call you, like...
No, I had a nickname.
You and Shea?
Nope. You know it, but I don't want everyone to know it, unfortunately.
Anyway, tell us about your family growing up. What was it like? Values that you hold, like related to family, your perspectives.
I grew up in a humble home.
That's what people say.
Yeah, I lived with my dad most of my life.
Yeah.
Later on, I got closer to my mother, of course, but mostly my dad was around.
Yeah.
And yeah, he showed me the strands, the how to walk the walk of being the man I am today.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And how many siblings do you have?
I have 4 sisters.
4 sisters. So you're the only man.
Yep.
All right. So it means you know how to treat women. That's what people assume.
People assume that, but then it would make sense if all of them were older than me. But then only one is older than me, so I don't know a lot about women, like I should, I guess.
Lord. And tell us now. You say you don't know a lot about women. Then you tell us about your relationships. Yeah. Okay, what's your take on things to do with relationships? Not just the intimate ones, but even platonic ones. Are there things that you go by? Are there like standards that you set to do with your relationships?
I'm a loyal person by nature. I always give my all to one person.
Okay.
And that's the way I've been doing it for forever, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, forever.
Oh, forever, yeah?
Yeah, so I believe that you should be loyal to each other. That's where it starts. Because loyalty brings trust and love and all those things. Okay. For me, that's what I believe.
Yeah. And tell us
in everything, in platonic or other relationships.
Okay, so even with your friends, it's definitely loyalty is like the bar for you.
Definitely.
Okay. I won't ask if you've been hurt before by friends or by some girl or something. I won't ask that. But let's move on to, because everybody has been hurt at some point in life.
True.
But let's move on to school. What was school like for you? Did you enjoy actually being in school? Where did the DJing come from?
Which point? In high school, I had no idea.
School, I don't know.
I had no idea I'd be the person I am today. So I thought that I'd be in some office typing at this point, essential or non-essential, still typing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it all started in S6 VAC. A friend of mine called Ivan, a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
He used to play around with virtual DJ. If you're a DJ and you're watching, you probably know what that is. Even you know. Hey, have you used it before?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
In my other life, I was meant to be a DJ.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. But
yes. So I used to play around with it because of him. Yeah. And it seemed easy to me. It came easy. For him, it was a little bit hard, but it came easy to me. I think it was because of my musical background, my dad being so into music. You know, he was a guitarist.
Oh.
So I understood music. He used to teach me how to play guitar, piano when I was younger. So in S6 VAC, I started playing around with the software, music, started collecting. And in campus, I used to DJ in my room, solos, alone. My roommate would actually get fed up. I used to make noise for him.
Yeah.
So the first time I actually DJed for a crowd, I got new speakers, yeah?
Yeah.
I was so happy about them. I put them in the room, set it up, put on my virtual DJ and started playing. And neighbors started coming over. They were like, yo, Cass, bang, man. Yo, DJ Cass. That's the first time I ever heard DJ Cass.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I used to call myself Kasbaby in high school.
Okay.
So
that's where it came from.
Yeah. Okay. Guys called me Cass in campus. I added the baby as well.
Yeah.
So people started showing up, and I was like, yo, this is actually a party. But drinks, it became like a real drink up, like crazy.
Where was this?
To Tech Park. It's a hostel in UCU.
That's where you went for uni?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Mukono.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the first party I ever played for. Then people started hollering at me to do drink ups. And that's how it started. Then one drink up, the owner of one of the bars was there, Chillers. I think you heard of it. You weren't there because you came late.
Yeah,
your baby, exactly. So Chillers, they opened it up.
Yeah.
And they said they wanted a student to be mixing, to pull the student crowd.
Oh, okay.
So they called me up. I played there. I played there for a bit, I think a semester or two, and it was crazy. And that's how I started DJing professionally.
Oh, wow. So that was your first DJing job?
Yeah.
Okay, and what part of uni was this? First year, second year?
This was first year.
In first year?
Yeah.
So you were making money from then?
It was baby money. It was
money.
Little. It was like the first gig. It was like I was playing for like 5 beers.
Wow.
Yeah. It wasn't no money involved.
Yeah, it was no money.
The second gig, I got like 3 beers and like 50K. Wow. As in, I started small because I was not serious about it then. I knew that I was good at it, but then I wasn't like.
It wasn't a thing that.
Yeah.
That moved you.
Yeah, it's actually people reacting to me that made me actually realize that I can make this a thing. Like, I can become professional at it. Because my plan was to be behind a computer in an office. That was my plan. Yeah.
And right now, would you actually see yourself being in an office?
Well, yeah, I'm still good at my computer stuff, so
Yeah.
I would still be doing that. I actually was doing it until about 4 years ago,
Oh, really?
3 years ago.
Yeah, what exactly were you doing?
I was working at an IT firm called True IT. True IT, yeah.
Okay.
They did like internet and like if you needed a company to outsource your IT, they were always the guys to call. So yeah, that's what I did till the DJing became so much bigger than the IT career. Then I had to say, am I really making the right decision right now? Because I would miss out on DJ gigs because of my IT job.
Yeah,
you know?
because then you couldn't freelance that too.
Exactly.
Okay.
So after I realized that, it took 2 years of my work at the IT firm. I made sure that I had the experience, the 2 years, so that if this DJing thing doesn't work out, I can always fall back on that. But, well, it worked out and here I am.
Here you are today.
Yeah.
So what are some of your perspectives in life generally? I mean, do you have like mantras that guide you in life, like philosophies, like when you wake up in the morning, like things that you live for or live by?
Growing up, as I said, it was a humble home.
Yeah.
I was always worried that I would not like make my dad proud because he always wanted me to do the best I can.
Yeah.
So I was actually a bit worried. I think that's a fear of mine, failure. So that can drive you in a way. That really drives you. So that's my mantra, not to fail.
So you always
do not
give
fail.
your best not to fail.
Yeah.
That's why you give us dog music, so don't sleep. I get that. But so looking at, so I'll take you back to family. Looking at that, with regards to your career right now, what are some of your perspectives on family? Are you a person that is? Are you willing to? Would you be willing to settle down? Like, what point are you at in your life? Like, if you don't mind us.
I don't mind. Right now, I'm still building the person that I am, the person I want my kids to look up to.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm ready for that. But if someone came around that would make me think that I'm the person that I can be, then maybe I would take that direction. But
maybe.
Yeah.
And what do you do with your life to keep your mind growing? You know that you are very, what should I say? You are very, what's that word? When you pay attention to like small details and like you pay attention to everything that's going on. It's not just about the surrounding of like, oh, I'm a DJ and like I'm making people happy, but you actually pay attention. Like I've realized it in your life, okay, knowing you personally. So how do you keep your mind alert? How do you keep yourself focused and going on?
Well, I look at people who are in the game who have done so much better than me, and I aim at that. I look at the Tiestos, the Fully Focused.
Yeah.
They're such icons, and you want someone to look at you that way. I have something like that, but not yet exactly where I want it to be because it's only Kampala. I don't think, maybe it's bigger in other places, my brand, but then right now it's mostly Kampala that people look at me and they're like, yo, that guy is crazy, that guy is really good. I would like to be like that guy. So to have that internationally, that would be the goal, but baby steps.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Would you consider actually studying further to going to maybe production or like management and like stuff like that?
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
I want to master the DJing first before I get into that, because in order to have the passion, I mean to do the production well and all that stuff, you have to have a passion for it. And right now my passion is only focused in DJing. That's where I put all of my energy. So I think that's something that will come later for me, because there are DJs who are releasing songs. They're not actually producing the songs, but then they buy they pay the artist, they pay for the production. I would do that, but then I don't think I want to.
Yeah,
but
the passion is not as deep.
Yeah. So yeah, true.
Okay, all right, cool. Kasbaby, tell us about your spirituality. You said you grew up in a humble home.
Yeah.
When people say humble home, usually there's something spiritual about that. So tell us about your spirituality. What's your relationship like with God? Do you believe in God?
I do, of course.
It's not of course, but okay.
Yeah, I do, and I have a family that is very religious. My mother being number one, and my sisters following her all the way.
Yeah.
So my family keeps me centered religiously.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing that your family keeps you grounded and keeps you in check. So that aside, well, would you get married? Would you marry somebody from a different religion?
No,
is it a big deal for you?
It's a big deal for me and my family.
Yeah.
If someone doesn't have the same values as you religiously, I don't believe you would align and it would last long. I don't believe. Maybe other people think otherwise, but I don't believe that.
Yeah.
No.
And speaking of values, let's move on to like shmoney. So regarding your value, what are your values financially? What do you stand by? What drives you?
Of course, the work. My grind drives me. Because if I don't have jobs, I don't have money. And of course, investment. My mom does a lot of investment, so I always just throw at her the money and she keeps putting it somewhere. And yeah.
Yeah, so you do have other income streams aside DJing?
I do.
Ah, that's very beautiful.
They're what have kept me afloat all this time.
Through COVID?
Yeah.
Aside that.
Not eating into my savings and all. Yeah, so right now it's my mom who helps me out, manage my money. Yes. But otherwise, I think I'm very good with money. She instilled in me this discipline in terms of spending and saving. So
you save a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Trying to say. So could you kindly advise DJs out there to do the same?
Yeah, guys, you need to save. You won't be DJing forever.
Well, yeah, that's true.
There are actually DJs that have gone till their 50s, but they do like guest sets like once in like 4 months, or they do like online streams like once in a while. I looked at Jazzy Jeff. Jazzy Jeff is an amazing DJ from way back, as in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air days.
Wow.
Yes, so he's really inspiring, and he keeps it going, yet he's like 50 something. Yeah. And he has actually, since the pandemic began, he does every Monday he has a set on IG Live, which is really dope. I'm always hooked on. And it inspires you that you can actually do it for a long time. Yeah. But that should be a side goal. The first thing you should do is establish like a foundation, you know, where your money is going to go into and bring back to you. Yeah. He had movies and Will Smith, so that's what kept him up there.
And you spoke of online, him doing IG Live, so that's like online. So do you actually earn from the online sets?
No, you don't. There are applications where you actually can charge people access to the online sets, but then I haven't really looked into them. Yeah. And Ugandans with online payment schemes,
it's shady.
It's shady. All they can pay for is Netflix and iTunes.
Yeah, we can pay to listen to your music. I mean, it's Kasbaby.
I've actually been thinking about that, and I've been like, because I wanted to on Mixcloud, I wanted to make some mixes like exclusive.
Ah, yes.
You know, be paying like your $3 per month, and only you can listen to it, and you can also download the music onto your phone.
That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, it would, but I don't know how many Ugandans would be willing to do that.
Though.
And I'm not a very risky person, so you know, they can easily come at you like, we've been loyal to you for so long. Why are you doing this? Exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah, like
so I want to just keep my people happy.
Yeah. So okay. So there's investments, and then what are your values as regards investment? What are your perspectives? Actually, not your values, but your perspectives Are you more of a, do you believe more, what kind of investments are you into? Let me just keep the question open. What kind of investments are you into?
There's money lending like in big amounts.
Yeah.
There's real estate. My mom does a lot of real estate, so just throw at her. She does her thing. My mom, she's just a real estate. Yes.
Money lending.
Yeah, so that's mostly it.
It's nice to know that you actually have other income streams aside DJing. As you said, it keeps you afloat. So what advice, back to the music, what advice can you give to somebody out there that's looking to venture into DJing as a career? Because you know it's not as easy to explain it to your family or to your parents. Well, our society is not that open yet. Yeah. So what advice can you give to somebody out there that would like to venture into that but is having challenges like starting?
DJing, if you want it to be a profession, you have to give it 100%. Don't say, I love music, I think I can be a DJ, and leave it at that, and not leave room to grow. No, you have to put in time, you have to perfect the skills, you have to invest in the equipment, you have to invest in the music, you have to, then once you do all these things, you have to master your crowds, identify it, relate with it, you have to master social media, you have to, it's not just I can mix music. That's not all DJing is. DJing is actually an industry that involves a lot of work and investment of time and money. So if you have that, then you can get into DJing and you will do very well. I'm proof of that.
Let's keep that passion going. I realize that you actually do spend a lot of time, aside actually mixing music in the bar, you actually do spend time at home practicing, if I should say. Yeah, you do. So that's also part of the time that you invest in it, right?
Yeah.
And
more in the beginning than now. Yeah.
Because now you've mastered the art, so you kind of like wing it sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's a thing that we young people need to embrace. Investing time into things that we actually have passion for.
True.
We tend to think that if I can do this, then I'm good. I'll just wing it. I'll just But it's very inspiring that you're still going. And what plans do you have? Let me say in 5 years. Where do you see yourself in about
5 years?
Yeah.
I will, within the 5 years, I will be mixing in Nigeria at the Afro dance.
Wow.
Within 5 years.
That's very specific.
No, it's a. I know I would kill it on that stage.
Yeah.
I am 100% sure I would kill it on that stage.
Really
so all I need is the opportunity. That's like a goal of mine.
Wow.
But I want to also start my own company. As I said, I was about to, but then so.
Yeah.
I want to have like people I'm paying salary and all that stuff just to build the Kas Army brand and have like mentees a word.
Mentees, yes.
It's a word, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
like a mentorship.
Yeah, a mentorship program. Yeah. So I want to inspire in that way, like have these people and say, yo, this guy I trust, and if Kasbaby trusts him, he's the guy. So that's those are my plans, I believe.
All right. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Thank you so much for honoring our invite, and we look forward to doing big things with you, seeing you on big stages like in Nigeria. Thank you so much for tuning in to Lifestyles episode 3. It's been a great 30 minutes of your time. We hope to see you next time.